Well, good afternoon and welcome to Fast Break. It's been a few weeks now, but we're back, and the big game in Albury this afternoon is going to be between the Lithgow Tornadoes and the Border Bandits. Well, this is the last chance. Rob McDonald, my co-commentator, they're not going to get a chance after this.
Not really, Graham. We've got 18 down the chute so far, and we haven't picked up one of those. We've been awful close on a couple of occasions. Good chance against Lithgow this afternoon. They're coming in off a two-losing streak against North East Melbourne by 10, and then they went down to Preston last night by 40, and the boys are a bit tired, so hopefully our guys are keyed up and can play well and win this one. Right,
well, let's have a look at them down on court at the moment. The Border Bandits in the green, and Mark Goodwin, number 15, the mean man. He's going to be the centre there, and the red and whites, they're going to your left of screen. That's the Lithgow Tornadoes. The new coach there, David Grant of the Lithgow Tornadoes. The other coach is gone, but the game's underway, and the action right on with Gary Jackson getting hold of it. He's number 10 for the Border Bandits, but at the moment it's across to Sean Dennis, number 6. Dennis trying to work their way around. Glen Nelson, Lord Nelson getting the ball across. That's over to the mean machine, 15, Mark Goodwin, a bit light on. It's taken this time by the Lithgow side, and they've whipped away through Seckold. Number 4 has it, gets it under to the balding Baron there. Smith, he's number 10 for the Lithgow side, and it's Smith at the moment, very low to the ground. Whips it across this time to Peter Sheehan, who's an additional player, but he's a wild pass, and as you saw, over the baseline and back into play by the Border Bandits. Border Bandits in through Sean Dennis over to the mighty midget Jack Trimble, who's coming down centre court. Trimble's trying to line his way up, and he gets it across to Jackson. Jacko's going to have a three-pointer in. It is 3 points all the way, and it's 3 points there to the Border Bandits, and that's 45 seconds in. They've got the lead. Can they go on? They look a little bit stronger with the ball at the moment. It's Smith. He got it across this time to Peter Sheehan. Sheehan back to Smith. The balding Baron has a shot up, but it's taken by Goodwin. Intercepted well across to Trimble. They've got a pretty quick defence, though, the Lithgow side. They're all down there. Trimble's going to go in on his own and let go by the referee. John McFarlane's the referee on the right of screen there. He's from Albury. The other referee today is Peter Ray. He's from Sydney. Peter will be the gentleman with the glasses. Right, well, going through some of these. It's taken away. Sean Dennis, it's a 1-and-1. Up he goes, but it's going to be a foul. That time against Mark Seckold of the Lithgow Tornadoes, as you saw, number 4 getting the foul against him, and pointed out there by honest John McFarlane, and it's going to be a 1-1 situation. Rob McDonald, they've started off in the right fashion, but how many times have we said that this year? Well, we've started out well on a lot of games, Graham, and finished up in the deficit at the end, but I think they're working a lot harder today, so it's really good. Sean's made that bonus, which gives us a 6-point lead. Oh, there was a across the line one too, but let go. Goodwin again. Playing well, Mark Goodwin at the moment. Over to Trimble. The mean man, kicked away. Deliberate kick away, and it's going to be a side ball to the Border Bandits. Called there by referee Peter Ray from Sydney. First time we've had a Sydney referee. Across to Jack Trimble. Lord Nelson with the ball. Going to whip inside, but it's going to be a travel for sure. And over to the sideline, taken by Mark Seckold, number 4. Over then to Ron Smith. The balding Baron with the ball. He's lined it up, but he's got nowhere to go. By gee, the big fellow in the centre there, 15, you can see. That boy there is Jay Tremelling, and he was the one who was trying to get pushing his way in was number 12. Dipped in this time over the back by the big fellow we're talking about, Jay Tremelling, who's carrying a little bit of beef too, Rob. Well, I noticed they're sponsored by the Courthouse Hotel, Graham, so maybe he's been having a good counter meal there. Right, now here's a hold-up. There's an injured player, number 12. If we just go a little bit, there he is there, number 12. He's cop one, that's Rayner Wolf for the Lithgow Tornadoes. And I don't know whether he's hurt his arm or hurt his leg. He was limping and holding his wrist. He's holding his arm. Bad. Yeah. Right, Rayner Wolf at the moment is in a little bit of pain. No, there's nothing broken there. He shakes it around, as you can see, having a close-up look. Probably run into the mean machine. The coach there, David Grant, going onto the court for the Lithgow side as we have this short break, but the Border Bandits leading at the moment 6-2, right. Hard to see with the light. Tried to push his way through. Sean Dennis across to Trimble. Over to Goodwin, had a long shot, hit the rim, taken away by Jay Tremelling for the Lithgow side, who are in the red, as we said. Taking the ball now is Mark Seckold, who has one foul on him. He whips it across this time. A long shot by Rayner Wolf. Hits the top, nipped in by Tremelling, but taken away. Well done by Rolf. Yes. And Lord Nelson there getting a foul, so dangerous position. Somebody said that in the write-up for today's program that the big fellas for the Border side have got to keep out of foul trouble, but there's one up already, 2 minutes and 34 seconds into the game. That's the big trouble at the moment, Graham. They seem to get into foul trouble when we need them in the last quarter. Right, Rayner Wolf putting that one away for the Lithgow side. That's 1-and-1. There he is. Nice looking boy too as he goes up, a boy around about the 6'4" mark, maybe 6'5". Taken by the Lord. Down he goes, down to Jack Trimble. He brings it across the centre. Gee, it's a good defence though by the Lithgow side, Rob, at this stage. You notice the way they've got everybody covered.
That's right, they're working really hard. They're playing a sort of a 1-3-1 personal, and they're really putting pressure on the boys with the ball. Nice shot, Gary.
Jackson, if you don't mind, straight through from around about a foot height, and it's taken it up to 8-4, and they've got 9 minutes 15 to go in the first quarter. Oh, that's a soda for Trembling, and in it goes. It was all left wide open. Poor defence by the Border Bandits that time, and Big J Trembling, number 15, the beefy Barron's brother, I would imagine.
Yeah, it sounds that way, doesn't it?
Sean Dennis in, and it's going to be a foul against Jay Trembling that time, and the big fella gets one. And by gee, I'll tell you what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to get these big fellas fouled out.
That's right, because he's fairly dominant inside there. That situation where he got himself loose down the end should never occur, because they should have covered defence there, because they were pushing up the court trying to steal the ball.
Right, Sean Dennis, number 6 for the Border Bandits, who are in the green, just to repeat that. And he's popped the first one through in the 1-1. Now, before, Rob, I said a 1-1 situation. It was a one-shot situation where he put it in and they got it taken away. He's got a bonus there that time. 2, and away they go very quickly down through Jimmy Sheehan. Peter Sheehan, the other Sheehan in the side. He tried to push his way through. He got through over to Jay Trembling. He brings it across to Ronnie Smith. Smith back this time in underneath to Peter Sheehan. And it's going to be a foul this time. Who's the foul on?
Jack Trimble.
On Jack Trimble, number 4 of the Border Bandits. So there's 2 fouls up to the Border Bandits and 2 fouls up to Lithgow Tornadoes. And the referees at the moment taking right on top of the game, Rob.
They're getting on top, showing the players that they're in control of the match, and they'll take charge of it.
There's a long shot by Rona Wolf, taken away. Trembling tries to push it in. Good one it was, and it's going to be off Trembling. And it's going to be a green ball, no worries at all. Peter Ray calling the game up across the other side. Now, that was one referee overruling the other, Rob.
Yeah, well, John was actually calling it too, but they couldn't hear him, and he was the front one, so that's why he did it. But they forced the boys to go back. They tried to gain a little bit of extra ground there.
Right, Sean Dennis is going to work his way right through. He's had long shots too light. You can see that from the start. Taken away by Mark Seckold. Down the deck he goes. Ooh, very quick underneath the Smith, and Smith in for 2. Good play. There by the boy who went down, Peter Sheehan, who's really doing a lot of work up the centre court. Peter Sheehan, number 9 for the Lithgow side. They're in the red. They're going to the left of screen. The Border Bandits to the right. Jack Trimble nearly lost it. He's got nowhere to go. Whips it across to Sean Dennis. Wangaratta to Wangaratta. The 2 boys there, the local boys from the Wangaratta side. The Lord Nelson's got it in underneath to Goodwin. He's going to have a long shot. Light on. Taken by Nelson. Well done, Nelson. Oh, fouled against him. But let go. And it's out. And it's going to be a green ball across the other side there. Peter Sheehan from the Lithgow side saying something there, but it's going to be a side ball to the green. Yes, Peter Ray calling that one. Peter Ray's not taking any nonsense. He's very direct and very strong with his performance as a referee, Rob.
That's right. He seems pretty firm in his call, and he likes to get in control of the game by the looks and let the players know that he is the player.
A little bit of experience, a little bit of inexperience shown that time. Mark Goodwin to me. Oh, Jackson in with a shoulder. It's across this time. Rona Wolf's in, and he's popped in 2. As he nicked away underneath the basket, right? Well, it's getting 10 all, so 7 minutes 32 to go. Trimble's up top, but it's going to be taken away easily by Jay Trembling. Across this time to Seckold, the Lithgow side, getting themselves organised, and it's an over ball. Yes, the referee right on the spot that time, and picked that up. He picked that up very quickly. In fact, it could have been a foul against the Border side had he not picked that up first.
Yeah, the thing that saved Sean there was he was moving backwards, and he forced the other bloke to make the error by swinging the ball back over the back court. Right
now, number 13 for the Border Bandits. You'll see him with the ball now. Peter Dempsey's just come in. Sean Dennis underneath for 2. No worries, and the Bandits back in front, 12-10. And they've started off well. They've slowed down a little bit. Lithgow got a little bit more teamwork going.
Yes, they seem to be more prepared to bring the ball up and work for it, where the Bandits have gone away from their offence and trying a little bit of one-on-one by the looks.
Oh, nice good shot there by Rona Wolf, who's, you see him on camera there, and he has 6 points now, and he's a danger man. Sean Dennis in, he's had a long shot and in for 2, so it maintains that lead to 14-12. Could be a high-scoring game because we're only halfway through quarter 1. With the ball at the moment, Peter Sheehan for the Lithgow side. He gets it across to Mark Seckold. Seckold back to Peter Sheehan. In underneath, an easy way, but taken away by Dempsey. Long over to Trimble. Trimble's got 3 biggies against him. He's the shortest man on the court. He decides to play it easy over to the Lord. Into Dempsey. He's got an easy shot. Missed it. Taken away by Peter Sheehan. Down the centre of the court goes Sheehan. It's a 4-4 situation at the moment. Over to Ronnie Smith. Smith on the white side. The beefy Barron whips it underneath. Here's a long shot now by Rona Wolf, and that goes his 8 personal points. And we're only not even halfway through the first quarter. 2 fouls apiece, and it's going to be a foul that time against the Baron, number 10, and Ronnie Smith there being fouled, so that's 3 fouls against the Lithgow Tornadoes, and we're halfway through this first quarter.
Looks like the Bandits have gone out to try and run Lithgow off their feet because they're moving the ball really quickly up the court and trying to get that one-on-one situation when they get the ball up there. It's his second.
Another foul, is it, on Smith? I'm trying to... I'll tell you what, he was right onto that because he was side on. And a foul to 10, 4 fouls against it, and it looks as though we've got a timeout called this time by the Border Bandits. The score at the moment, 14 points all. And 3 fouls it is against Lithgow, 2 against the Border Bandits, and the timeout, as we said, called by Border Bandits.
1985 has been declared International Youth Year by the United Nations, a year dedicated to young people aged between 12 and 25. Based on the themes participation, development and peace, International Youth Year is about young people having a say in the shaping of their world. It will help young people bring about long-term changes and improvements in their lives. Young people are affected by many issues, and International Youth Year 85 is time for action, for young people and by young people. It's a challenge for all of us to achieve for the young people in our communities. Apex clubs throughout Australia have been supporting projects for young people for over 50 years. In International Youth Year 85, Apex continues to initiate and support projects for young people that will help make Australia a better place for all.
Going surfing, gonna have some fun. Going surfing, gonna catch the sun. The girls are a sight, but they're doing alright. And there's a Coke for everyone. Coke is it. When you want to feel refreshed. Coke is it. When you're thirsting for the best. Coke is it. The biggest taste you'll ever get.
Everybody's an expert these days. So many experts, it's hard to know who's a good accountant and who's just average. Well, we do know who's who. We're the Australian Society of Accountants. And we see the difference between average financial advice and informed financial advice as simple as CPA, Certified Practicing Accountant. That's not your average accountant.
When it comes to hardware, I go to Homestead because I want more from a hardware store. Product, price, and best of all, good advice.
Right, it's a side ball over to the Border Bandits. Back in from Sean Dennis. The Irishman gets it across to the mighty midget Trimble. Back across to Lord Nelson. Into the mighty midgets, going for a long ball, but it's miles too high. Oh, nipped away nicely that time. Down to the balding Baron, Ronnie Smith. And it's a travel, there's no doubt about that. And he throws the ball over to the side. We've got a change here as we see Lord Nelson coming off for Jackson, and also Peter Baskus, Rick Baskus it is, going in, and Jack Trimble out, right? So 2 players new for the Border Bandits, and looking at the number 12, Rick Baskus going right over the top side there. He's a new player on, and also on Gary Jackson, number 10. Baskus across to Dempsey. Dempsey into Dennis, over towards Jacko. Jacko gets it back across to Baskus. They're playing right around. Jackson's trying to get it in this time, but it's a long shot. It's going to hit the rim and go nowhere. Knocked away by Jay Cho. Oh, the mean machine got in nicely. Can't handle it. He's knocked it away again, but it's recovered well this time by Peter Sheehan for Lithgow. Back across to Ronnie Grant, the balding Baron with the ball underneath. Oh, here's an easy one. Rainer Wolf's got 2 points, hits the rim. Taken away by the Border Bandits through the agency of Dempsey. He goes down the centre of the court. It's a 3-1 situation. He's going to have a long shot. Oh, missed again by the Border Bandits. Poor shooting at the moment. Goodwin with the ball. Over to Rick Baskus. Baskus in. Gets the ball across this time to Peter Dempsey. Dempsey looking for somewhere to go. Long over to Jacko. Jacko's well covered by Peter Sheehan. Back in this time to Baskus. They're having a lot of trouble getting in, Rob, as they have a shot, and it's way out of beam, and it's taken away this time by Rainer Wolf. He gets it down to Ronnie Smith. Ronnie Smith, oh, hip and shoulder, if you don't mind, and it was a push.
He's called it on Rick Baskus.
He's called it on Rick Baskus. I thought it was a dead set charge with the hip and shoulder, and that time, well, the foul's going against the Border Bandits. It takes them up to 3 fouls against them. First foul, Rick Baskus, score 14 points all, and we're 4 minutes 56 to go in the first quarter. 1-on-1 with Smith. He puts the first one in, gives Lithgow the lead. Lithgow Tornadoes, 15-14. Smith looking for his second shot. Looks pretty good too, and it does. It goes right in, so they've gone to 16-14. They've got no supporters here though, Rob.
No,
very quiet.
No, it's very quiet, really.
I don't think the Border have got many either. It's real quiet for them too.
They've extended the defence up the court too. They're trying to trap the ball up the high. Here we go.
An easy go. Jackson's in. He's in for 2. No worries at all. You can see it coming all the way, and it's back up, tied up at 16 all. 4:41 to go. Jerry Jackson with 7 points, as you heard from the court PA. Over across to Peter Sheehan, looking for Mark Seckold. He gets it into Jay Tremelling. Tremelling across, looking for Rainer Wolf. Rainer Wolf's going to push his way in, but it's going to be against Peter Dempsey. That time a side ball's going to the Lithgow side, and that makes it 4 fouls all, with 4:27 to go in this, the first quarter, and 16 points all. Side ball, Rainer Wolf.
Goodwin out, Port Arthur in.
Right, the Port's on the field for the first time in a home game for about 6 weeks.
He's got a tough job out there looking after Jay Tremelling, the big fellow.
It's a long shot by Rainer Wolf, taken away by Jackson, taken by Baskus. He goes down the sideline, nips around Mark Seckold, trying to get his way through now. Oh, a little bit of a trip, but nowhere to go. He puts it across to Sean Dennis. They've certainly got good defence up, have the Lithgow side. They're going to force them into long shots, taken by Jackson. He's got an easy 2 points, and it's a foul anyhow. So it's going to be a 1-1 situation with Jackson to take those shots. 16 points all. And 2 fouls is it against Jay Tremelling. Well, he's going to be a boy who they're going to have to look after, because there's a change there too, as we find coming off is number 4 Mark Seckold, and going on for the Lithgow side is Jimmy Sheehan, number 6. Right, here's Jackson with a chance to put the Border side in front. 4 minutes and 6 seconds to go. GJ with the ball. The man who's toured 4 continents with Australian basketball puts the first one in with nonchalant ease. 17 to 16. Jackson need this one, the Border side. In it goes. 2 points to Jackson from 2 shots, 18 to 16.
I think Gary's taken 4 lots of shots so far, Graham, and he scored off every one, so he's 100% at the moment.
Right, taking the ball, Peter Sheehan. Jimmy Sheehan it is, brings it across. Taking out that time was Rainer Wolf. He gets in underneath the Tremelling, and it was no worries for the big 6'9" boy as he just popped it down. 6'9" in all directions, the big fella too. Taken away this time by Lithgow. Bad play by the Border Bandits, and it's Jimmy Sheehan with the ball. He's going to have a shot on his own and pops it in.
Nice shot.
And she's in front now, the Lithgow side, as they go up to 20 points to 18, leading the Bandits. 3:34 to go in quarter 1. Taken by Dempsey, gets it across to Jackson. Jackson's doing a lot more work in. He has a steady. It's going to drop in. It's all squared up at 20 all. The first quarter, 3:24 to go. 5 fouls though against the
Gary. Good steal, Gary.
Jackson stole that one, gets it across this time to Baskus. Oh, he's going to get his way in, but it was against Rick Baskus. There was no doubt about that as he tried to charge beyond the concrete block of Jay Tremelling.
He just couldn't move around him. He was just too wide to go anywhere, Graham.
Oh, Jay Tremelling's out now too, so Reece Bennett's come in. Number 11 in the red, there's Jay Tremelling, and geez, a big boy. It'd be handy to stand at the bar with, hard to keep up with. 20 all it is at the moment. Across this time to Rainer Wolf. He's been there the whole quarter, but a wild throw by the Lithgow boys in the red shirts, and they're certainly been doing a little bit of that, Rob, which is down forward. They're not as strong as they are in defence.
No, their defence is really good. This is where they're picking up most of their plays from, but they're not really working offence extremely good. That's better
Port
play.
Arthur with number 11 on across. There's 2 points to the Bandits. No worries for Dempsey. And 22 points it is to 20. And the Border Bandits with 3 minutes to go. 3/4 of the quarter gone in the first quarter. Oh, Roddy Smith, if you don't mind, he put the hand out and with that little extra weight pushed him away, but it's under to Wolf. He's trying to get a shot in there. Was number 9, and that would have been Peter Sheehan, the older of the 2 Sheehans for the Lithgow Tornadoes. Dennis, across to Arthur. Arthur gets a pop across to Baskus. Baskus has got nowhere to go. He goes underneath the inside, over to Dempsey. Dempsey slows it down to Port Arthur. The Port's going to have a shot, but it's a travel for sure, and it's going to be a side ball. Side ball to Lithgow. It's Sheehan to Sheehan that time as the boys pop it into each other, and this time Rainer Wolf trying to have a pot, can't handle it. And it's going to be a push this time against number 11, and that was Reece Bennett, who's just come into the game, and it'll be a side ball for the Border Bandits at 2:28.
1-on-1 actually, Graham.
First foul, Reece Bennett.
Yes, well, we have a look at the situation where they've got 6 fouls, 5 against the Border side. A dangerous period for the Border side with those 5 fouls up. 22 points all, 2:28 to go. The referees having a chat together, as you can see in centre court there, and trying to decide out. It looks as though they've got different rules in Sydney, Rob.
Same ball.
Right, John McFarlane was right with his call. Okay, across then to Sean.
Gone in too for Rick Baskus.
Right, there has been a change there too. It's Dempsey in, looking this time for Sean Dennis. He's got the ball over the side. Dempsey's all covered up across to Jackson, who's out in his own. Oh, they're all covered up this time over across to Port Arthur. The Port's decided to go underground to Dempsey, and that's good play. It's popped it away. They're in front, 2 minutes to go, 24 to 22. It's a pretty close game. Ron Smith with it for Lithgow. Smith down the court. Look, underneath he goes to, this time, Peter Sheehan. Back across to brother Jimbo. He puts it up, but it's pretty light taken this time by Dempsey. Gets it to Jackson. Long ball down to Sean Dennis. He takes it like a footballer. Being an ex-wing Rovers player. Popped in this time and taken out by Rainer Wolf, who's done pretty well. Ronnie Smith looking for somewhere to go, under and over, and gets it across to Sheehan. Here's the boy who's just had a foul on him. Clipped the ring. Knocked away, and it's taken by Dennis again. He's gone for the long run. Oh, and he popped it over the top. Taken by Peter Taylor, who's in for his first run. This time by Sheehan. It's more like football. Down they come. Jimmy Sheehan with the ball. He gets it across, and it's going to be a foul against the border side, against Peter Dempsey, and he's going to go to the line, and that will be Rainer Wolf. Well, the foul situation, 6-all, 1:25 to go, 24 to 22, the border side lead, and at the moment there's a timeout called by the Border Bandit side with the score 24 to the Border Bandits and 22 to the Lithgow Tornadoes. Two shots taking the ball is Rainer Wolf for the Lithgow Tornadoes. He needs these two to bring them back to square it. He's popped the first one too light and hit the rim and bounced back into play. 1 minute 25 to go. 2 points behind. They need this one at least to be one down. So they come up to it. He gets the first one in. It's going to be Dempsey to bring the Bandits back into play. Number 13 in the green. Over to Sean Dennis, number 6. The Irishman coming down the deck. He's looking for somewhere to go. They're trying to hold up play to 118. They can pick up 2. They can be 3 in front at quarter time. Peter Taylor, oh, wild and woolly throw. Pretty poor play by Peter Taylor, and it's recovered well by the Lithgow Tornadoes down through the boarding. Baron Smith. He gets it across to Rainer Wolf. Wolford is at the moment not knowing where to go, but he gets it this time to Sheehan, in under to Grant, to Smith. Smith didn't know what to do with it, back to Sheehan. In this time over to Reece Bennett. He couldn't handle it. Pushed in the back was Peter Arthur. Play on, says the umpire. We'll get it back to football. As coming down the court is Peter Taylor. Number 8 for the Bandits. Over to 13 Dempsey. Peter Dempsey in across to Peter Taylor. There's not much height on the court for the Bandits. Inside Dempsey, taken away. Arthur's in there. He's trying to get up, tipped over the back, but he got the 2 points. This is a good break too, 26 to 23, and the Bandits with 34 seconds to go. They've got to make something of it. Lithgow for the end of this first quarter. Lithgow working the ball around. With it was Reece Bennett. He got it in, but they've lost it. And here's a chance for the Bandits to open up a gap with 5 points. There's 26 seconds to go. Ball out. Across to Sean Dennis. 24 seconds to go, and they've got a chance to open it right out. They're 26 to 23, the Bandits. Sean Dennis going to slow it right up. Jackson, he's out wide. Was he going to have a 3-shotter? Inside to Dempsey. Jackson's got his way in. They're trying to get it across to Jackson. He's covered. Good defence to Dempsey. Here's he going to have a shot. This is it. 2 points. Let's open it up. 28 points. There's 6 seconds. 5, 4. A long shot taken away, and it's all over for the Bandits in this quarter because they really put it down, if you don't mind. And all over for the Bandits as far as leading by 5 points at the end of the first quarter. 6 fouls apiece that time. The Bandits 28 at quarter time to 23 by the Lithgow Tornadoes, and they started to get on top a little bit towards the end of the quarter, Rob.
They did. Lithgow worked their defence really well, and this is where they picked their game up, but their shooting percentage is down. The Bandits' shooting percentage wasn't good to start with, but we've got Sean Dennis and Gary Jackson both shooting 11 for the quarter, and they're backed up by Peter Dempsey with 4 points and Peter Arthur with 2. And for the Lithgow side, you've got Wolf. He's leading with 9 points for the quarter.
Right, that's how they stand at quarter time. Border Bandits in front again, 28 points, leading Lithgow Tornadoes 23.
These children are part of Foster Parents Plan, which in 21 third world countries is giving families a new standard of living. Foster Parents Plan have been working with needy children overseas for almost 50 years. Its experience has shown that to help children, you have to help their families and the communities where they live. Foster Parents Plan's programs last at least 5 years. Long-term development work, which is providing alternatives for the desperately poor in India, Southeast Asia, Central and South America. In the wastelands of Africa, Plan programs are tapping new underground water supplies, new schools and medical centres are being built, so families get the care they deserve. Help families build a better world for their children. Please join me and sponsor a child. Ring Foster Parents Plan toll-free on 008 230 200.
Cruising down to Mel's Cafe, soaking up a sunny day. Nothing's half as nice as a Coke and ice to make it all okay. Coke is it when you wanna feel refreshed. Coke is it when you're thirsting for the best. Coke is it the biggest taste you'll ever get. Coke is it.
The Flexilum Room from Lawton's Blinds, a brilliant design concept to extend living space in your home. Add a carport, rumpus room, patio awning. All you need is a little imagination and Flexilum will do the rest. Choose from a wide range of low-maintenance finishes. Lawton's will arrange construction. Get more room for your money with Flexilum from Lawton's Blinds, Albury-Wodonga, or from Jeff Barr's, Echuca.
If you want to do it right, you need Homestead, the hardware store where you get more. Homestead, product, the right price and good advice.
It's the last quarter, and can the Bandits win their first game for the season? They're away with Peter Taylor getting the ball out of the pack in the centre. He brings it down towards the half line, and they're into attack now, and they've got everything going for them. The enthusiasm's up. Mark Goodwin's had a shot. They need a recovery, but it's knocked away by Lithgow, and it's going to be a red ball. Well, knocked away by the Bandits. OK, referee Peter Ray had to say there, and it's going to be the balding Baron with the ball down the centre. Ronnie Smith brings it down. Lithgow need points early as Rainer Wolf's gone for the long shot. Clipped and taken away. Well done by Peter Sheehan. Mark Seckold. He's got it across this time to Reece Bennett. They're looking for a way to go. Bennett back to Smith. Smith across to Seckold. Seckold's had a long shot. Looked on. Oh, rimmed it in, but the Bandits had 3 of them in the third quarter, so I suppose it's justice. 77, the Bandits lead to 71. Sean Dennis over to Jackson. Jackson's looking for Goodwin, but he can't find him. Sean Dennis, it is under pressure, popped it over the top to Port Arthur. Arthur's recovered. He's brought it back to Peter Taylor. Taylor goes around the outside, kicked away by the balding Baron then from Lithgow, and it's going to be a side ball for the Border Bandits. Peter Taylor, number 8 in the green. The Bandits going to the left of screen. If you've just joined us, the Lithgow Tornadoes are in the red, the visitors from up in the Blue Mountains, and it's Gary Jackson trying to put the Bandits in front. They've clipped. He's got a recovery. He's popped it, and there's 2 in. 79 to 71. The Bandits 8 points up. They're 10 minutes, 57 seconds away from a win.
16 points for Gary Jackson in the game so far.
Are they going to win, Rob?
Well, I'd like to think that we were, Graham, but I thought we were going to win against Bendigo. I'm not saying anything this week.
Right, it's Reece Bennett with the ball, but oh, there's a holding. Travel. I thought he picked up the holding back there where Mark Goodwin had a good hold there on Reece Bennett, but he was watching the ball. Peter Taylor, they've got to waste as much time as they can and hold the advantage. They've got to take their time, the Bandits, slow it right up. There's a long shot. It's off the top, taken away by Mark Seckold. They can't afford those long shots. No, they're 8 points up. They've got to protect their lead. Taken away by Goodwin.
Mark Goodwin.
Oh, Goodwin copped a good one underneath the jaw from Reece Bennett, but it was accidental, and the big fella just looks up. He had to look up in the stand. Dad must be there.
Peter Arthur.
No, he's missed it. Taken away by Goodwin, and it's a jump ball. Well played, Mark Goodwin. Determination to cop one, and it was a good one too. It was a nice little short sharp up in the air, if you don't mind. I've run into your forearm.
Do Jeff the neck, right? A bit of justice, wouldn't it?
Mark Seckold has a long shot to Peter Sheehan. He's in. Oh, beautifully. He thought he'd beaten Taylor. Didn't realise on Sean Dennis coming over the top, and it was popped away from him. The pressure on. In underneath. This time to Rainer Wolf, who's a foul. Gets him counting here. He's
foul on Gary Jackson. Hands down.
Foul on Jackson.
Second foul, Gary Jackson.
Now what's he going to do now?
Give him 2 shots.
He's giving him 2 shots. Well, I don't know.
Come on, fellas, watch the fouls this quarter. This is where we get into foul trouble.
Yeah, but I think that was about as tiggy as you'd ever seen all year. Not one eye. Much.
No.
Right.
Tend to agree with you.
Right, the crowd's starting to come to life. Not a big crowd here this afternoon, but then the afternoon games don't really get the crowd taken away. What is it? It's over the line. One more shot. Mark Goodwin was in too fast, and it's going to be 1 shot. You better explain that, Rob, because we haven't had that happen in games before.
No, the ball must hit the ring before they can move in. And that's where they're coming in. They're just a little bit too eager to get in and get after the ball. They've got the bonus.
Right, well, that's a dangerous point to get. That's 7 points. The Bandits in front, 79 to 72. 10 minutes to go. Peter Arthur under to Jackson. He's having a long shot. No good. taken
Too
away.
many long shots.
Yeah, they've got to slow it down. You can see it from up here. It's pretty easy to talk. The coach is down there, taken by Rayner Wolf. He's knocked out that time by knocked out. I think it was Gary Jackson over the top of Port Arthur, who had his hands in the air, and Port just popped the tummy and pushed Rayner Wolf off balance a little bit. And Rayner Wolf it is who's going to take the ball. The Lithgow side coming back. They're putting everything into it. They want to win for the weekend. They've lost 2. Oh, against Bennett. That was an elbow and a half. And there was no doubt about that. And referee John McFarlane picked him up. Bennett has a look up. How many fouls? 4. Right, now let's hope that... No, I shouldn't say that. Let's hope that the Bandits take advantage of that full foul situation. 79 to 72. Everybody sitting at home throughout the Wagga Albury areas and around the environs will be hoping for the Bandits to win this one. 18 games and it's knocked out over the back and it's going to be a red ball. Taken by Peter Sheehan across to Ronnie Grant. Things are starting to come undone as Rayner Wolf puts in 2 points. And by gee, that boy's put a lot away. 9:34 to go, 79-74. The Bandits might be panicking as Jackson it is. He's going to put in 2. Taken away this time and a long shot down to Ronnie Smith. He's all on his own. He's going to push his way in. Get it underneath, the pressure's right on. Bennett threw everything then in the lefts, rights, under, carpet cuts, and he's only got 1 foul to go. He could be in real trouble. There's another shot in for 2. Sean Dennis has put in some magnificent shots. He's up around about the 30 points.
29 points for the game so far.
81 to 74, 9 minutes to go. They've got rid of a quarter of the match. That's a long shot. It's up and down. Taken by Peter Taylor. He covered well. Gee, got some altitude that time. Gets it across to Jackson. Jackson's easing it down. Popped into Taylor. He's got 2. It's in. And they go to 83-74, 9 points up, 8:45 to go. The Bandits in a 1-1 situation with fouls. Bennett in,
Gary Jackson.
By Jackson, but he pushed him that time.
3 fouls.
3 fouls on Jackson. So the only one we're worried about is Peter Dempsey. He's not on the court.
That's right. 3 fouls. And we're in good position with our big men this week. Peter Dempsey's the only one in foul trouble. We've still got Nelson and Goodwin on 2 fouls only. And Jacko's just picked up his second.
Bennett pushed him in, and he's off the court, Bennett.
That's
it. 5 fouls. That's it. The border side have at last got a situation where their big men aren't fouled off first. He's given the foul against Bennett. Bennett's disputing the decision. There he is there. You can see him in there, the big fella. Number 11 being fouled off the Lithgow side, and that's put them into a situation now of trouble.
Big fella's back in. We've got
he's got 4 fouls too.
Trembling. He's sitting on 3 actually.
3, is he? Trembling, number 15.
But as you said earlier in the game, he's carrying that leg injury, I think.
There's no doubt on that. He's listen, the one thing that interests me too is that number 13, Ian McLennan's about 6'4.5", 6'5", and they haven't used him much at all.
I think you'll find he's only a young kid that they're bringing up through the game, and he's probably a little bit too inexperienced for it.
Right, the Bandits with a big chance. We're down to 8 minutes 35 to go across to Taylor. They've got to spend a bit of time working it round over across. There's a shot.
Sean.
2 points. That's his 31st point. 85 to 74. They're 11 up. They lose it from here. It'll be a catastrophe for the Albury border local side, the Bandits, but it's going to be up the top, a shot in, off the rim, taken by Taylor. Lithgow a panic, Rob.
Yes, I think they have a little bit. They've left a few holes in defence. Our Blakes are really got to settle their shots down, but they've got to work it, make sure they get those fast breaks.
It's an easy shot here. Smith it is, had a long ball. Up it goes, taken by Arthur.
Peter Arthur, rebound.
And he took that well across to Sean Dennis. The Bandits are in form at the moment as it comes down to Jackson, the experience of the general, controlling the game. Underneath to Arthur, he fumbled. Into Goodwin. Goodwin's had a shot. It's not going to go in. Taken away by Sekol. Down it comes now to Peter Sheehan. He's down the far side, brings it into court. Looking across towards Rayner Wolf. They've got to get 3. It was a travel call, but it's gone in.
2.
And it brings it up to 76 points to Lithgow. 76 to Lithgow. They've given them 3 to 85. 85 it is to 77, 7 minutes to go, 78 to 76. Now we're back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, I'll tell you what, we'll have to check this scoreboard. Boy, he must be Irish. Over the top it goes. Taken this time, it was a poor shot. They're wasting time on shots. They're nearly halfway through the quarter. They've held their advantage of 9, but Lithgow only need 3 or 4 quickies and they're in trouble. Peter Sheehan with the ball. Jay Emmerling.
Good defence, Mark Goodwin.
He's been playing footy.
Yeah.
The big fella. We've got a timeout, though, called at the moment. We're 7 minutes and 9 seconds to go. The timeout's called by the Border Bandits, and they lead 85 to 76.
Hello. I like this Remington microscreen rechargeable shaver so much, I bought the company. It shaves as close as a blade, or I'll give you your money back.
Remington has 2 microscreens. That's why it can shave as close as a blade. The first microscreen is so thin it shaves incredibly close. The second even closer.
The Remington microscreen rechargeable shaver shaves as close as a blade or your money back.
Buy Dad a shaver for Father's Day and get up to $15 cash back.
Going surfing, gonna have some fun. Going surfing, gonna catch the sun. The girls are a sight, but they're doing alright. And there's a Coke for everyone. Coke is it when you want to feel refreshed. Coke is it when you're thirsting for the best. Coke is it the biggest taste you'll ever get. Coke is it.
Mine, John.
MasterCard, eh?
Yes, marvellous. 4 million places all around the world.
Is that right?
All over Australia.
Really?
Electronic shopping.
You don't say.
Late-night cash machines, petrol.
True.
Extended repayments. Cost you nothing to join.
And you get up to 55 days interest-free.
And you get... See?
With a Commonwealth Bank MasterCard, you get up to 55 days interest-free.
Oh.
I think I better get this one, Ralph.
Commonwealth.
The Commonwealth Bank MasterCard. You don't even have to bank with us to get one.
Right, the Bandits with the ball. They bring it down the side. They've got an advantage at the moment of 9 points. And it's Sean Dennis with the ball. Goes over to Peter Taylor, over to Jackson. The general brings it in to Goodwin. Goodwin in under to Taylor. Taylor was popped out. Here's Nelson trying to get 2. Has it gone in? It's in. Nelson has given them the lead to 11. 6 minutes, 55 seconds to go. The Bandits, after 18 losses, can they get a win up? It's the Balding Baron underneath Goodwin. And he gets away on his own. Sean Dennis going for 33, in. There it is, 13 points the advantage. And the Border Bandit supporters have gone berserk here at the Albury Stadium. It's the first time in the last quarter they've ever been this far in front. In fact, it's the first time in the last quarter I think they've been in front. But it's holding against Glen Nelson, and this is where the trouble could come in, although they're halfway to go. 3 fouls to Nelson, and here's the sub. Dempsey coming off. Oh, Dempsey going back on again.
Harry
Jackson coming off, and Goodwin coming off. Oh, they haven't made their mind up yet. Right, Peter Dempsey in for Mark Goodwin. Dempsey on 4 fouls. In it comes to Ron Grant. Ron Smith, he's trying to get a shot in, this time to Rainer Wolf. Rainer Wolf has a long ball. What a beautiful shot for 3 points. And that's brought it up now to 79 to 89. It's 10 points the difference. The Bandits have got to waste the time. 6:15 to go. Peter Taylor with it. Cross to Sean Dennis. He's got 31, 33. Waste of a shot there that time. Taking the ball was going to be Peter Sheehan. Across to Jay Tremelling. This time down to Seckold. Seckold down to Ronnie Smith. The Balding Baron with the ball. Back across to Secchi. Secchi gets it across to Smith, this time for Lithgow. Lithgow in the red. They've got the advantage of playing around, but they're under pressure. Taken by Rainer Wolf. He's pushed his way in. It's been popped out. Taken by Dempsey. Good rebound situation. He gets it across to Sean Dennis. The Bandits have really got their tail up. They're down the court. Here's a shot by Sean Dennis. It's a bad one. Taken by Jackson. He's trying to get his way in. Taken by Taylor this time. Oh, now it's Tremelling, and there was a foul against Taylor. Missed by the referee. 10 points together. There's a chance for Seckold. He's had a long shot. It's too light. Recovered by Nelson. Knocked out. Taken by Sheehan. Sheehan's trying to get a shot. And it's out. And it's going to be a red ball. Oh. More errors there in refereeing than you've ever seen. It's a play on. Taken out this time by Nelson. He's recovered well. Held up the play. Oh, there's a foul. That time on Rainer Wolf. That's his second. And it's 89 to 79. 5 minutes, 21 to go.
3 fouls.
3 fouls on Rainer Wolf. They called one just before. I thought he had one before that.
I thought he had one too. I'd actually had him on the board for 4.
Down to Peter Taylor goes. He gets inside. Here's Dempsey. It was knocked out. Taken by Tremelling. Recovered well. Lithgow's in the chance to score here as they come down 3 against 1. Over the top, though, to Sheehan, and he gets it in. And Peter Sheehan, who's done so well for the Lithgow side, brings them into the 80s as they go to 81 to 89. Peter Taylor playing it down to Jackson. The general's going to slow it right down at the moment. He gets inside. Brings it across to Sean Dennis, the Irishman who's thrown so well. 33 or 34 points. He recovers well. And it's a foul against Ronnie Smith. This time 4 fouls against the Balding Baron, number 10 from Lithgow, and they're 8 points up the Bandits. 4:51 to go.
Peter Taylor out, Jack Trimble back into the game.
Jack Trimble hasn't had much of the game tonight, so here's a chance for him to put in the big ones for the last 4 minutes 51.
14 fouls on Tornadoes, 3 on the Bandits.
Sean Dennis under pressure, gets around well, gets it across to Trimble. Underneath to Nelson. Oh, and a foul that time against Rainer Wolf, and the foul's going against Lithgow. 4:44, and It's a 1-1 situation.
That's right, 1-on-1.
There's a sub. Mark Goodwin on. Jackson off. There's a chance to get that lead up to 10 again.
4:44 to go, Graham.
Hope the bricks have been cemented well in this place, because if the Bandits win, she'll be pandemonium. Lord Nelson with the ball. Pops in 1. Opens the gap up to 9. Gives them breathing space. He's got to put 1 away. Trimble going back down the court. You can see him behind, sneaking back in case of the rebound. Up it goes. That's a long shot. Taken away by Tremeling, but it's a foul that time on Mark Goodwin. And
4 fouls on the Bandits, it's team fouls.
4 fouls on the Bandits now, so they're in trouble too at 4:43. Only 1 second to play there in that passage. Here we go now. We have a call for a timeout, do we? No. Right, play on. Ronnie Smith brings it across to Mark Seckold. Seckold sprinting down the track, looking for somewhere to go. Gets it over to Rainer Wolf. He's got to go for a 3-pointer. Oh, what a beautiful shot. 84 to 90. 83 to 90 it is. They're 7 points in front, 4:29 to play. Sean Dennis with the ball into Goodwin. Oh, Goodwin's got an easy 1 for 2 and he gets it. And it go to 92 to 84. And she's a ball game and a half, 4 minutes to go. Seckold with the ball for Lithgow. He's trying to worm his way around. Gets it across to Ronnie Smith. In under the Themling, but it was a Trembling. It was a travel. The Bandits have got to ease the game up now and recover these 8 points. They've got advantage. Recover by that, I mean make sure they stay 8 points in front.
They shore it up and they keep the lead.
Oh, they've got a 10 advantage. And with 4 minutes to go, less than 4 minutes, it's 10 points the difference. Lithgow in trouble. They've got nowhere to go. They're all covered. Rainer Walford is. Nelson goes up high. He has a 3-pointer. Taken away by Goodwin. Over to Sean Dennis. And he's going to waste as many seconds as he can. Every second wasted is a percentage booster for the Bandits. As Dennis it is. Goes around. Gets it over to Trimble. Over to Dempsey. He doesn't want to do it. Dempsey's there on his own. Over to Goodwin. Goodwin's under pressure. He's going to... Oh, stolen out away. Well taken by Sheehan. And it's a foul against Goodwin as he clipped over Sheehan. We've got 3:30 to go. And they go to the line too, I think, now with the 5 team fouls each.
Shouldn't try to dribble the ball there. He tried to get himself out of trouble and just got into more trouble, Graham. He's played well, this Peter Sheehan.
Yeah, he's BOG. Yeah. Here we go now with Peter Sheehan.
2:31.
Just heard us say best on the ground, best on the court. He's got 1, 85 to 94, 9 points the difference. There's only 2.5 minutes to go to the Bandits' first win of the season. We said this last time. The points up on the board there for Lithgow, and they go to 87, 86 to 94, 8 points the difference. The Bandits have got to slow it down and slow it down. 2:25 to go. Trimble under pressure. Back across to Dennis. Dennis gets around his man. Over across to Nelson. Nelson holds it back to Trimble. He pops it in there to Dempsey. Dempsey can sew it up. He can't though. Nelson's got the ball. He's trying to go up and get 2 and he gets it. And they go to 10 advantage. 2 minutes to go. Can the Bandits hold out? Oh, and it's against Peter Sheehan for a push. Jackie Trimble standing his ground, and have a look at the Bandit supporters. They're starting to count down the seconds up here.
2:08 to go, Graham. Side ball Bandits. Jack Trimble's got the ball.
Right, Trimble with the ball, as Rob said. Over across to Sean Dennis, who's probably been best for the border side. Can he sew it right up? He does. The Bandits are home. 1 minute 55 to go. 12 points in front. And Lithgow through the agency of Mark Seckold. I get it across to Ronnie Smith, the big fella Trembling. Pops it up. It's not going in. Taken away. Here's the Bandits. Down the deck they go. They're going to go for more points. In under. Here it is. And it's a foul. Travel.
Travel by Qantas.
It was a... Oh, well, he took a trip. Let him have a trip. If they win, it'll be a big trip tonight for the Border boys. Over across to Mark Seckold. He's going to go for 3 points. It looks good. It pops up in the air. Oh, Rainer Wolf was pressured out, and it's a foul against Glen Nelson that time, and we've got 1:28 to go.
4 fouls on Glen Nelson. Still on the court, but...
Well, at 1:28, who cares?
2 shots.
1:28. That's all the time left. There's a chance to bring it 10 points behind, as we've got a sub call, have we? Peter Dempsey going off the court. Going on as Peter Arthur. Oh, it's a timeout being called by Border Bandits. With 1:28 to go, they lead 98 to 86. Referee Peter Ray from Sydney giving the ball there to Rainer Wolf, who's a very accurate shot at the basket off these standings. Oh, and that's been a let-off for the Border Bandits. It's only 1 minute 28 to go of playing time. And it's Wolf with the ball. He's popped that one in, and it's brought it to 87-98, 9 points the difference. Sean Dennis has got to get rid of some time. They've come right down the track. Lithgow, they're in trouble. It's over to Nelson. He's going to steady. Pop two in. It's all over. There's the 100. There's only a minute to go. They're 100 to 87, and the Bandits have got it. And Rainer Wolf has a long shot. It's over the top. Down to 9. Peter Sheeney's out of court, and it's going to be a green ball. 1 minute. 11 seconds neat to go of play, and the Bandits are the big 100. They've scored the ton, and 87 to Lithgow. Sean Dennis, they're all covered. Jack Chimble gets out. Here's Lord Nelson with it. Glen Nelson has a long ball down to Sean Dennis. Dennis is going to slow it right down. They're going to win it anyhow as it gets down to under a minute now. Only 59 seconds to go. Dempsey across into Goodwin. Goodwin in on Nelson. Nelson, here's the sealer, and it's in. If you ever wanted a sealer, that was it. It's 102 to 87. They're 15 points in front. 50 seconds, 49. We can count them down. Mark Seckold underneath. Well taken away by Nelson. Flips it in. He's Rainer Wolf's recovered well, and it's a foul that time on Mark Goodwin as we come to 40 seconds of play, and Mark Goodwin's out of the game with 40 seconds with 5 fouls. Mark Goodwin, you'll see him hasn't moved yet, and he's going to move now. He's got a grin about 7 mile wide.
13 points for the game. He had a miserable first half, but his second half has been absolutely excellent, Graham.
Peter Arthur's in tears just about on the deck.
Gary Jackson's in for Mark Goodwin.
Well, you've got height for height.
That's
There's only
right.
40 seconds. There's no way anybody can get 15 points in 40 seconds of play. It's all over, just about bar the 40 seconds.
Isn't it nice to call a winning game for a change?
Well, everybody was philosophical before, but here we go. He's missed the first one. Rainer Wolf, who's done so well for the Lithgow side by shooting, showed his disgust, but he's going to pop this one in, and in it goes. 88 to 102, 39 seconds away from victory. It's Trimble with the ball. He goes around, he's running everywhere. He's just going to play around with it. Dennis with it, gets it back to Trimble. Trimble's going to hang on to it. Over across to Dennis. Dennis across to Jackson. He didn't. Now Jackson goes in. Oh, Jackson was popped out the road by Rainer Wolf. Over to Smith. He couldn't control it.
Travel.
Let that one go. There's only 20 seconds to go. Trembling over the top. Dempsey recovers. The Lithgow side realise they've lost it. They're not even putting any pressure on. And it's a foul against Ronnie Smith. And I think that's just about the end of Smith too. 4 fouls. 13 seconds away from victory. The Border Bandits 102. 88 at 7 fouls each. And we go to a 1-1 situation. So it's all over. The Bandits have finally got up and 1-1. 13 seconds to go, and they lead 102 to 88. They've got a percentage on the ladder too, which takes them from naught, Rob.
Yes, that's right, Graham.
By gee, it's going to bring a big crowd in for the next match against Manly, which is played here on Sunday the 25th. Up goes Nelson, pops it in, 103.
That gives him his 17th point for the game.
Taken by Jackson, he couldn't recover. Trembling with it, gets it down to Sheehan. Sheehan across, there's 9, they're counting it out. There's 2 points, 2 points into the Bandits, going in. There's the siren, the Bandits have won a game, 103 to 90, and have a look at them. There's towels, there's cups, there's everything flying in the air, Rob, as the Bandits finally did one. There's a towel coming down now, as the Bandits finally got up to win a game, and Rob McDonald, get the voice back, as you've got a lot to say.
Yes, Graham, this has been coming now for about the last 5 weeks. We've played well, we've worked well, we've gone out there determined to win, and we've reaped the benefits tonight. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of guys out there to be thanked. Sean Dennis, 35 points for the game. Mark Wood in the second half, that was absolutely unreal, and everyone who come off the bench has worked really hard, along with the coach Trevor and Jeff McKerrow, and gone out to win this game, give the Bandits their first win.
Right, just before we do give the final score and we take a break before the closing, I'd just like to say that is the best exhibition of refereeing I have seen, not because the Bandits won, but it was fair all the way, Rob.
That's right, it was even all the way. We had a guy come down from New South Wales to ref with John McFarlane, and he's done an excellent job. We've been robbed in the past by referees, I feel, and I'll say that on air. But tonight we had 2 fair referees and we got a fair run. And here's the results. The first win for the Bandits.
Right, 103. The Border Bandits winning their first game against Lithgow Tornadoes, 90.